I'm working against the clock here because it's going to rain. I've been putting off this job for a while. I had an attempt to do it last weekend, I think it was, yeah, I quit that and just bent it all up. I bought the wrong kind of stuff. Right, this is my rain channel. It's a little bit rustic, and because I haven't washed the van or done any kind of work on the van or taken any care with the van since I did this job, this is all sticky stuff left over from the sellotape that I used to hold this in place while the adhesive went off. I did this in B&Q's car park in Doncaster. But anyway, all this is like some aluminium angle, and it works really well. Gadget John has got something that's a bit more decorative and functional, and it's also a bright LED light, because of course he does. I got this thing, but it works in pretty much the same sort of way, because these vans, they do have an issue with the water just rolling off the roof, going under this, and then just running down the inside of the door. And this catches it, chucks it down here. You can even see where the water runs down, and it goes all the way across, and it overlaps the other end as well. It's a slightly more decorative version for Kirsty's van, and this is the job that I've been putting off. So it's a little more low profile, it's thinner, it's anodized, whereas that one up there is raw aluminium. This is anodized. I don't know whether it's a good color match. Also, I'm going to be cutting it, so I do have non-ferrous metal primer and silver hammerite, which is actually quite a good match for Kirsty's van. But it also might be that this is okay and the cut ends don't show. This will be, time saving, and also because I think we're against the weather, this might be all right. But I just need to move very quickly. I need to stop talking and start doing. It's actually not too bad. So I'm going to cut this, shape it to go around that top part of the door, and it fits. Doesn't need painting. Happy days. If it does, I've got the paint. Oh, it's a pretty van. Because it's a pretty van, I want to make it look good. I'm going to move quickly, but I don't want to rush this. If I run out of time, then I'll stick it on another time. If I have to paint it. If I don't have to paint it, I think I've got enough time. Right, let's measure this. I'm going to put the camera down. It's raining, so I'm going to work inside my van. Right, so it's a 1415 long. That's the opening in millimeters. So what I will do is measure in 3, 1415, another 3. 3 centimeter overlap is plenty. You just need to keep it away, divert the rain away from the door opening. That's, I think, a 3 centimeter was all I used at that end and the other end, and that was fine. That was fine. So I'll do the same here. I don't have any kind of water coming in. I've got water coming in now because it's raining. I'm going to use this as a square edge just to mark up. I'm going to protect it with some tape as much as possible. I want to protect this finish because it's a good match to the van. And if the ends are not too ragged looking and it doesn't need repainting, then it's a durable anodized finish. If it looks good, it looks good. And what I like about aluminium is you can just use normal woodworking tools, junior hacksaw. So is it a fresh blade? It was only, this was a fresh blade when I started cutting that tile decorative, the tile edging, which is what I tried using before. It was never going to work. It's too flippy floppy. So this is the bit that I'm not using. B&Q, as usual, they put these stickers on that just refuse to come off. So that's the end that I'm cutting off. So cut that there. I will put a decorative radius on here, but I'll work out that afterwards. There's a nice straight edge. The edge doesn't really matter so much because I am going to be removing some of this metal anyway, but keeping it as clean as I can. So there's the bit that I'm going to be trimming away. I'll do the same at the other end, and then that will leave enough of a like a 5mm gutter, and that will sit nicely inside the door. I'll round that bit there because that's going to be the top edge. Again, good thing about using aluminium is that you can use woodworking tools, sandpaper, just to get nice smooth curves on there. Aluminium is great. It's great. A little bit of tape in there because these saws do tend to sort of jump out of the groove that you've cut. And yeah, as much as I can, I want to protect this. It might be that I have to sand it all down and paint it, but if I can get away with not, it's all good. One side's done. Gonna turn it around to the other end. Yeah, so much for it not raining. The weather forecast said it was gonna not rain when I planned to do this. When it came to time to doing it, it's raining. But anyway, done. See what the colour match is like once it's, you know, up close. See what it looks like. Hopefully it's fine, and then all I have to do is just cover up the bits that I don't want to get the adhesive on, and then just go for it. Bollocks, I thought I was recording, but it seems that I hadn't actually pressed record. It's about 1mm too long. This bit here tucks under the lip of the door, and that is about 1mm too long. So I'll trim that. I'll sand it at one end. Just sanding it will be fine. So test fitting it is good. The colour match is pretty good as well. So as long as I don't scuff it or make it look raggedy at the end, I think I can get away with not painting it, because the colour match is pretty close. Really is very close. It's just slightly brighter, but the roof and the door are not the same colour. There is a colour mismatch, so it might be more obvious than I like it to be. But we'll do it. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it now because it is raining, but perhaps I can protect it with plastic bags. Sticks like shit, which is my favourite adhesive, or do it all adhesive. It does go off in the wet, so you can use it in the wet, but I don't really want to do that because it's not, in my mind, it doesn't seem like doing the best job. I'm hoping this is the only time I ever have to use the fire safety stick, but that's the end of the fire safety stick, and I'm just using that to draw a radius on the end just to make it look a bit prettier. I could have done a tighter bend, but that might have been more difficult for me to shape it with a saw. This will be easier for me to protect that end so it doesn't get ragged. It looks all right, actually. I think that's all right. I think that's nice enough. I don't want to sand it too much and damage that edge, but I think that's okay. And that's the other end. It's okay. I mean, you'd have to get really close to it to see that wasn't as good as the, well, I think they're both about the same. Maybe I could take off a little there just to smooth it off, but I think that's okay. It does need to be rounded because Kirsty has a inflatable awning. Not that part that is against the van is inflatable itself, but I don't want to snag anything with any sharp corners. Also, it looks better because mine looks, I think rustic is probably too kind a word. It looks like I did it in B&Q car park, which I did. Oh look, water's coming in. It's because I haven't got the door shut properly. Bollocks. But that is what Kirsty has to deal with all the time. Except she's got carpeted insides of her door, so it's just wet carpet. Yeah, hopefully not for much longer. Time for a test fit. Let's see how this goes. There's a little bit of mastic here, which has just been painted over, and I can either just trim that off or something. But do you know what? I think that's a good match. Actually, it's really good. It's a really good match. You could barely see it, in fact. At first glance, you wouldn't even know it was there. It looks factory even. There is a weld there that's stopping that corner from sitting tightly on the van. So I'm going to sand off a tiny bit of the drip guard, and that should fit snugly in there. But this is ready to go. I just got to clean it up and also dry everything, because everything's very wet. There's the sticks like shit. I put some frog tape along there just to try and keep it as clean as I can. There's a little cut out bit there for where the metal is going to stick to the side of the van. Same at the other side. Now the thing about sticks like shit turbo is you get 15 minutes. It's bonded in 15 minutes. I think it's full strength in 24 hours. This is typical, but it goes off really quick. I think it's going to rain again. I've got rain on my glasses, so I do have plastic bags to put over the top of it afterwards, just to keep it dry. Yeah, I'm going to go straight from the end of the tube, because it's the stuff in the nozzle's gone off already. This stuff's quite thick. Ah, the clocks have changed. So I was me thinking I've got loads of time, but actually the sun is going down pretty soon. Yeah, I shouldn't need to put it on both surfaces. There's a good old glob on here. I don't want to get any into what will be the drainage channel. I mean, once it's on there, doesn't really matter about keeping my fingers clean. I just want to keep them clean while I'm working with this stuff, with the aluminium, because once it's on my fingers, it's really difficult to get rid of. Right, wish me luck. Going on. That's on, and you'll see why I decided to mask that off, because this stuff is goopy. So hopefully when I peel that off, I'll be able to get rid of all of the splooge that's come out. And then as it goes off, I should be able to clean up anything that goes off. I've got 15 minutes, so camera's off. There we are, it cleaned up okay. I'm very pleased with that. There are a few sticky fingerprints on there, but they'll clean off. I don't want to rub it too much and spoil the finish of the anodized aluminium, because I don't want that to change colour. I'm really pleased with that. You really wouldn't know that that was there. When the door's shut properly, it'll fit much more flush. Yeah, so that's it. 15 minutes, it doesn't matter if it rains or not. That's all good. Let's have a look at this side. Okay, I'm going to tidy everything up, rubbish in the bin, clean this shit off my fingers, and we're done, ready for the rain.